Since if you have a basic major chord, like a C major, and you can voice that with just a doubled root in the bottom on C. One simple thing to do to make that chord a little bit more robust is to just put a major seventh on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 above the root. So your major triad plus the seventh on top. You get a nice smooth sound from that type of chord. You could pretty much put sevenths on top of any major or minor chord for that matter. But there's different voicings you can do that with. You can voice it here, or you can start inverting it. You can invert it down so this B, your seventh, is actually now on the bottom, and that gives you a nice little tight voicing here. Sounds nice and jazzy. On minor chords, let's just go up to the second scale degree. That would be on a chord built on D, D, F, A. We're going to do the same thing, double our root in the bass, and put our seventh on top. Again, we can voice that seventh down one octave, keep the rest of the chord the same, tighten the voicing up a little bit. So you can see that adding sevenths to your chords makes a big difference in terms of taking it from a real vanilla sound to a little bit more complexity there. Apart from that, you can keep stacking thirds up. In other words, your basic minor chord, add the seventh, add the ninth on top of that. But again, we're going to invert this so that our 7 and our 9 are down here. C and E down here, then plus our F and our A. I'm going to leave out the D for right now since we're voicing it down in the bass, so we don't overburden the chord with too many tones. Here's with just the seventh, and then here's where I add the ninth. You hear how that tightens it up really nice? And then from there you can go into a nice 2-5-1 progression. Minor 2 to the 5-7. That seventh just resolves down to the third of the next chord. And if I'm going a little bit too fast for you, I'll explain 2-5-1 progressions in a little bit more detail in a future video. But both of those have that really nice jazz kind of sound that you're looking for. So that's it for the video for today.